Okay. And okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome back as we learn Mishna Yomis for this Tuesday evening with the second parak of Chagiga, Mishna Beis and Mishna Gimel, sponsored by the Fisher family. Lili Nishmas, Basya Bas Rabbi, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, and Shama should have an aliyah. Also, Lili Nishmas Yaakov Moshe ben Zev for the schus of Avram ben Yom ben Ish ben Malk Yudis and family. Lefush Leim for Yom Moshe ben Chai Sarah by Yol Kugman and family. We are also learning from my Shver Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka and Meir ben Chai Sarah. They should have Refuah Shalema B'Sei Shar Chayil Yisrael. We also learn with our thoughts trained to Eretz Yisrael that our soldiers should be safe. Everybody there should be safe from missiles' ways, from infiltrators, and everybody should be able to get back their equilibrium, and we should once again restore peace and safety to the land. B'Meheira. So there is a machlokes. The din is that on a carbon you have to do smicha. That's to lean between its horns with all your might. It's called smicha. That would pose a problem normally on Yom Tov, because you're not supposed to lean on an animal on Yom Tov, because we don't use and lean on an animal because we might pull off a branch to use as a goad or a whip. If there is no alternative, then you would do it because it's only an Issa D'Rabbanan and it ain't Shvus B'Mikdash. But if you could do the smicha the day before, then we would tell you to do it the day before. At issue is whether we say takef l'smicha shchita, that you have to do the smicha right before the shchita, and since you have to do the carbon on Yom Tov, so if you have to do the carbon on Yom Tov, so then you would have to do the smicha on Yom Tov. So here we have an argument that progressed through 5 generations. There were, in many generations, there were what were called the zugais, the pairs. The first of the pair was the nasi, and the second was the of Bezdin. And through 5 successive generations, they argued about this. Yosi ben Yaezer Aimer Shaloi Lismach. You shouldn't do the smicha on Yom Tov. Rather, you should do smicha of the Shalmei Chagiga. You should do the smicha before Yom Tov, because he holds you don't need to do the smicha right away when you shecht. Yosi ben Yochanan Amar Lismach. No, take it for the smicha shchita. You have to do the smicha right before you shecht on Yom Tov, and therefore we push away the Yisra D'Rabbanan ain't Shvus B'Mikdash. You should have been prachya Aimer Shaloi Lismach. You shouldn't do smicha nitei arbeli Aimer Lismach. You would have been taba Aimer Shaloi Lismach. Don't do smicha. Shimon ben Shatach Aimer Lismach. Shmaya Aimer. Here we have a reversal. Shmaya, who was the nasi, says Lismach. Avtalion Aimer Shaloi Lismach. Hillel and Menachem loy nechlaku. Hillel and Menachem both did not argue in that generation. They both held that you do smicha because takef l'smicha shchita. Yotza Menachem, when Menachem left, Nichnas Shammai became the of Bezdin, and he did quarrel with Hillel, the Nasi. Shammai Aimer Shaloi Lismach, Hillel Aimer Lismach. The Mishnah ends off that in these groups, in these pairs, the first one was always the Nasi, and the second one was the of Bezdin, or Rishayim Nasim, or Shniim Lam of his Bezdin. That's except for the last stitch of Shammai Aimer Shaloi Lismach and Hillel Aimer Lismach. Hillel was the Nasi. It just says Shammai first because it already mentioned Hillel together with Menachem, and therefore when we introduced Shammai, we just said right away his opinion. Now, by Shammai Aimer, Mevi'in Shlomim, on Yom Tov we bring Shlomim because that's Oichel Nefesh, because from the Shlomim you could eat part of the carbon, and we're allowed to do Oichel Nefesh on Yom Tov, and they ain't Seimchen Aleim. Beis Shammai goes according to his opinion that you do the smicha before Yom Tov because he doesn't need takef l'smicha shchita. Avaloi oilas, but he says the oilas re'iyah you don't bring on Yom Tov because the oilas kula kol Hashem, so it's not Oichel Nefesh. It goes all up on the Mizbeach, so you don't do it on Yom Tov, because it says in the Pasuk, Atzeres tia lochem, Shavuos should be for you. Only for you are you allowed to cook, but not for Hashem. For Hashem, you have to bring it. And even though Shavuos is only one day in Eretz Yisrael, there's a makeup of 7 days to bring the carbon. Because Beis Hillel says, it says in the pasuk, Atzeres LaHashem Alikecha. So you could also do for what's for Hashem. So he says you could shecht even the oilers on Yom Tov, and you do the smicha on Yom Tov too, because since takef l'smicha shchita, you need to do the smicha before the shchita on Yom Tov, and it's an Issa D'Rabbanan, but ain't Shavuos b'mikdash. Okay, we had a real long night of learning with a very big daf of Daf Samachay. I want to remind you that tomorrow night is the Chumash Shir. Also want to remind you that I've been loading up my YouTube channel with Shiurim on Noach. I put a shir called, it's interesting, I put a shir called Noach and the Good Times, which I gave. It was an 8-minute shir that I gave in the Good Israel of Staten Island by a Motzei Shabbos learning program. I see already over 300 people watch that small shir. But I put a lot of shirim. There's Noach 5777. I gave from what I did in seminary in Geshe Ladas, 3 things to learn from Noach. And there are other shirim there, so please check out my YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe. Also, we're looking for one more sponsor for out there in the wild blue yonder for Noach, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful evening.